Hi ladies, I'm back with another video. I didn't realize that my last video, which is my TTC update, was my 100th video. So yay! I have 100 videos. I can't believe I've been on YouTube for a year and a half. And in a year and a half, y'all have seen me go from TTCing to being a mom, and I'm so thankful that y'all stuck with me through everything. But this video is basically about my life as being a preemie mom. Now, being a preemie mom is never going to end because Shania will always be considered a preemie because she was a preemie. Um, it's just harder within the first few years because their catch up is not until the age of 2, I believe, and that's when the doctors stop going by adjusted age. But I just wanted to give you my perspective of how being a preemie mom has changed my life for the good and for the bad. For the good because my daughter's here. She fought, she survived, she's alive. She's doing wonderfully. She is delayed. My doctor has told me she is delayed, but he believes she should catch up. I find myself comparing her to babies of full term that's of the age she should be, not the age she is now. And to clarify, the age she should be is 3.5 months. But technically she should be going on, she's 3.5 months by the age she should be. And the age she is 5.5 months, basically. In 2 weeks, she'll be 6 months, and she'll be at adjusted age of 4 months. Another thing is you look for a lot of the milestones that babies hit. Preemies are prone to hit it later on in life, and some term babies also hit milestones later on. But it's just something that you have to constantly keep a watch out for, to know, okay, this is too delayed. We need to speak to the doctor. We need to see if she needs physical therapy. Now they do physical therapy for babies that are delayed. Shania is not at that stage, but she does have some concerns. I do have some concerns about some of her developments that should be more advanced than what they are for her age. Excuse me. And I'm trying not to put a whole bunch of emphasis on what she should be doing because all babies do their milestones in their own time. I just want to make sure she's not too far behind in them. It's a little bit more hectic when it comes to flu season, cold season, being sick, and she's in the background right now playing in her chair, and I'll bring her in close to the middle of the video. Because being a preemie, their lungs are not mature. There's a lot of things that's not mature with them, and getting sick to them normally lands them in the hospital automatically because pediatricians don't play with babies, period, when they're sick. And it's even more so when it comes to a preemie. Bless you, Buddhists, because things can go downhill very fast. They need more intervention. So our doctor's appointments have been numerous. From her being sick, she had RSV. She's had sinus infection. She's had colds, and all this was as soon as she came home. Within a month or so of her coming home, she was getting sick, and it takes a toll on you emotionally and physically, because physically you're not going to want to sleep. You're going to want to watch your child like a hawk, like any mother would, whether it be preemie or full term. And emotionally, you just hate seeing your child sick, either preemie or full term. No one wants to see their child sick. No one wants to see their child sick. So it's like it's like you have, I can't say the best of both worlds, but it's a lot more difficult. It's a lot more to worry about. It's vaccines. The Snagness, I think it's called, shot she was not eligible for because they changed the requirements from 31 weeks and under to 29 weeks and under, and she couldn't qualify because of her weight. Her weight was under the requirement. Shania was 2 pounds 14 ounces at birth, and I think the weight requirement is under 3 pounds. But she did not fit in that category, and she has no respiratory issues, which snag the shot can only help lessen the RSV if still gotten after the vaccine. But that's about it. And she ended up getting it anyway before the vaccines came out when she was smaller. So that was a very hectic and trying time too. Um, trusting anybody to watch her. Yes, even my mom, and I know I've mentioned this before. Even when my mom watches her, I am uneasy about it. I want to call and find out what's going on with her. And my mom and dad kind of feel some type of way about that because I was a preemie. I know I told you I was a 24 weeker. I was 1 pound and 14 ounces, and my mom has preemie experience with preemies because I was one. It's still different because she's my baby, and it's like I want to know what's going on with her every moment of every second of every day. Even as now when she sleep, I still go and check on her. Now there is that's pretty much the both upsides and a little bit of bad side, and here comes the deep dark of the bad side. Memories. Now I have over 600 photos. I have over 35 videos from her birth up until now. Um, and as you seen the video where I did a book of her for her to show her her stages of life from the beginning up until 3 months of age. Um, I find myself frequently going back to that book and looking over it, and I cry a lot. I go back over the experience of being in a hospital, how everything went so fast. My last video update from to y'all was on week 29, and coincidentally 2 days after that, no, I'm sorry, that same day I made that video, I was put into the hospital because my blood pressure shot in the 200s and wouldn't drop, and I thought I was going home, and it turns out I wasn't. I was pre-clampic. I had preeclampsia at the very start of it, and they would not let me go home. So when I made my second video was when I was in the hospital. I was already in the hospital for 2 days before I could make a video because I was hooked up with so many machines, monitors, blood pressure cuff, fetal monitor, heart rate, everything. Anything and everything you could think of, they had me hooked up to. And then I was from there. I got really bad off, and I was no longer underneath good care at that hospital, so they had to switch me to a better hospital that could better accommodate what I needed. And give me 1 second, my baby is stuck. Come here, sweetie. Hey, mamas. You wanna be in mommy video? Here's your steak butt. Your boom booms. Your boom booms. You wanna say hi? Say I wanna eat my hands, mommy. There she go. Get your hair out my shirt. She's used to kangaroo time from being in the NICU, so she keeps her hand in mommy's shirt. And if you didn't know, she was breastfed for her NICU stay. She had donated breast milk because my breast milk didn't really come in. I was pumping maybe like an ounce or so a day out of both breasts, which wasn't enough to sustain her. And even when she latched perfectly, and she did suckle, but my milk never really came in, and that could be due to the polycystic ovarian syndrome because that is an issue. So she likes to have her hand in mommy boobies. Um, and it's just been pretty hard emotionally. Um, Yesterday really scared me because, as you know, Shania has reflux. She has acid reflux. And we was getting ready to go, and she was in her car seat, buckled in. And I'm so glad we waited a few extra minutes that we did because she started having an episode. And she hasn't had an episode since August. So you can imagine my sheer terror when I realized my baby was having another episode. Um, I froze. I completely froze. I could not move. Because if you remember the last one she had, she stopped breathing in my hands. And that was very traumatic, period. Of my baby not breathing. So my boyfriend was home, of course, because I'm glad he was. And I just kept yelling at him. I was like, baby, get her. Just baby, get her. Please, just get her, get her. And he realized what was going on, so he jumped up. He unbuckled her. He got her. He turned her upside down and tried to help her eliminate what was stuck that wasn't coming out, going up or going down. And I felt so, excuse my French, shitty. Um, because I could not move. Um, I don't know what what it could be. But the fact was, I could not move. I was just stuck, frozen in fear of my baby having an episode. Um, I find myself crying, thinking back over the experience I had. Now, don't get me wrong. If anybody's taking this video the wrong way, I'm sorry. I'm very, very grateful that I have Shania and she's home and she's here and she's healthy. But what people don't realize is the aftermath of a preemie, the aftermath of a traumatic experience, whether it's a full term or a preemie birth. It plays back in your mind constantly. Flashbacks, even something that you may not think will remind you of it. As you don't know, I don't think I said anything. Um, where I live, the hospital away where Shania was about 60 some odd miles. It was 100 miles. I think it was 60 miles, 120 miles round trip. Going up there, I had plenty of anxiety attacks going up there to see her, and I had anxiety attacks coming back home from seeing her. Even to this day, going up that hospital, going up that route to see her godmom, I still feel the anxiety. I feel the fear. I feel everything that comes back to me. I was transferred from the hospital that I was at to the hospital that I had Shania at by ambulance. That was a really traumatic experience. The nurses were sweet. I had the same nurse that was there. It was in the labor and delivery with me. She rode with me. I requested her, and she was happy to ride with me. All I can remember, I said, please just talk to me and keep me calm, because I'm so scared. And she said, okay. She said, don't worry. And they listened to Shania's heartbeat every 10 to 15 minutes. They checked her heartbeat to make sure she was still had a heartbeat. And they kept my blood pressure. They checked my blood pressure every 30 minutes. The one thing I did not like was when they said, what do you want us to do if her blood pressure goes up? She says, if her bottom number goes up above 100, I only have one rescue medication. Cut the sirens on and get her there fast. I totally freaked out. It may sound like it's not funny, but that's all I could do from crying at that point in time. Like, there was nothing that could be done. If anything, if I wasn't get to the hospital fast enough, it was what it was. But I still get a lot of anxiety. Like I said, that the ride going up there is like a flashback for me. It's just a lot. um, I you no, you have expectations when you're pregnant. You expect it. You want your birth to go this way. You want your postpartum to go this way. You want to do this with your baby. You want to do that with your newborn. And I had it all figured out from breastfeeding to natural labor and delivery if I would have been able to deal with the pain. And it all did not go the way planned. Um, so that plays a toll too. Whew, somebody's yawning. Um, so that's just it. But being a preemie mom, it's it's hard some days, but it's worth it. Um, I can't change the fact that she was a preemie, so I'll be a preemie mom for the rest of my life. And I'm just glad that she's here. Wipe your mouth off, course. She said, "Are you smiling? You smiling for the camera? You smiling? You want to show your dimples, mamas? You want to show your dimples, mamas? Say hi." Okay, I'm sorry. So that's really it. But I went back through my videos and I realized I didn't do a labor and delivery story. That was probably one of the videos, the very few videos that had got deleted when I hey boo boos, when I had to reset my computer. So I'll be back with a labor and delivery update. But that's the good and the bad with being a preemie mom and the anxiety that goes with it all. And the smiles makes it all better. All right, ladies. Thank you for listening. Say bye. Say bye, Mom. You see the difference? She has her dad's complexion. She doesn't have my complexion because she's a light-skinned girl. Hi. She looks like her dad, and I will be doing a video introducing her dad soon. A few people, I know you've seen him in the video of him putting a stroller together, but he will be doing a video with me really soon because I really would like to introduce him so everybody can see him. Alright then, everyone. I'll talk to you later.